tricks on how I lost 207 pounds without surgery and how you can be successful on your own weight loss journey. So if that's what you're looking for, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos like this one to inspire you to get started. All right, first of all, can I just say, I hate YouTube's like live chat camera thing. Like, you are seeing me up close and personal, and it drives me crazy that I am so far, so close up when I would like to be a little further away. My regular camera doesn't show that. So come on in, say hello, and we're going to chat today. Welcome. Life Adventures and Keto is here. Michelle, you guys should check her channel out. She is awesome. And if you have a channel and I don't know it and I don't say it, you guys can tell me. It's totally fine. I will definitely mention you. I'm sorry I'm adjusting this. I feel like I'm all forehead because... Okay, we're here. Lisa Sums is here. Welcome. Good to have you. Do I dirty fast? That is a good question. We will talk about that. That's what this is about. So yeah, Lady Low Carb is here. Welcome. Let's see. Lisa, I love you. Jennifer Costa is here. Thank you for birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Okay, so I don't know if I want to spend forever waiting for people to come in. I'm going to let a few more people come in. I'm going to take the last drop of my morning rejuvenation. Yes, there we go. I am trying to wake up. I really am. Mary T, welcome from Canada. Good to have you. All right. Well, first off, I am very tired today, and I wanted to have story time to tell you why. So last night I finished up editing my vlog for my family channel, Hide and Seek, where I am very behind on my vlogs over there. And I finished up at a relatively reasonable time. It was just like a little bit after midnight, and I was talking to Dave, and I was like talking about Built Bars and the contest and all of that, and like some of the comments that I have received and that have been irritating. We just chatting. And I said, it's been well over a week since I placed my Built Bar order. I'm just going to check and see if like there's any update on when mine's going to ship, because like I'm trying to be really patient because I know they got a lot of orders, but like I've sold a crap ton of Built Bars and I really want my order. So I log in. Well, I get into my email and I check my order. I click it and it says my order is canceled. And I'll tell you what, guys, I had a freaking heart attack. I literally went into anxiety mode city. I started freaking out. I'm like checking all the other orders, sending off emails to them. Can I just say, good job, Built Bar, because it was close to 1 a.m. by the time I'm sending off these emails in the middle of the night, and they responded almost immediately. They basically said, no. Remember, we sent you this email, and it said that we were closing those orders, and we were putting them all into one order, and we're just really behind, and I'm sorry. And I'm like, no. I've received that combined order, and I'm like yelling at her and stuff. It was a total miscommunication. I thought that I had received it. I thought that it was a different one. And anyway, long story short, I was very salty with them, and they were very professional. And they put my order to the top of the stack and had it shipped first thing this morning. So thank you, Built Bar. Sorry for my anxiety attack. I'm very, very impressed. I was thinking, oh no, I'm going to have to say I hate this company because I'm so mad they screwed up my order. And then, no, it was just me. It's just me having a middle of the night anxiety attack over nothing at all. Anyway, so thank you to those of you who have purchased from Built Bar. And just a reminder that I am doing a contest for you guys. Everybody who orders with my code, it tells me who ordered. So everybody who orders with my code is going into a contest, and I shall be giving away some fun prizes, probably about the 22nd of December, around there. So anybody who orders up until the 21st of December goes into the contest. So that's just a reminder. Use my code ketochaos on builtbar.com. Okay, they're not sponsoring this video. I was just really happy, and that's why I'm tired. So, what's another thing I was going to talk about with that? Can't remember. I don't know. I can't remember. I think I'm having keto flu and I'm not even getting ketosis. I don't know what's going on with me. I've been really, really tired the last couple of days and like my muscles feel very, very weak and I just don't know what the deal is. I mean, granted, I started my cycle, so maybe it has something to do with PMS or I don't know, but I'm feel like I'm a little bit disjointed and I'm extra cranky. And because I'm extra cranky, I decided this would be a good opportunity to talk about a subject that irritates me. So I have to give you fair warning. I'm about to get sassy up in here. I'm about to get preachy up in here. So if you're not prepared for that, you may not want to be here right now and you may not want to watch this video. I am just saying I'm a little bit ornery. You know, I was watching Grey's Anatomy last night and good old Debbie Allen is all, just yell. It makes you feel better. Just get it out. And I'm like, yes, Debbie Allen. Freak. So if I get all yelly up in here, you can blame Grey's Anatomy. They inspired me. So today we're going to talk about fasting. And I promise if you said hello, I'm going to come back and check in a little while when we go into the question and answer. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about it because it's such a freaking buzzword catch phrase, whatever right now, to talk about fasting and have fasting be the answer. It's just like keto is the answer to all life's ills, and now fasting is the answer to everything. Maybe I'm a little bit sensitive because, you know, I posted my loose skin video and everybody basically came and said I was doing it wrong. And yes, I know that they were going to say that. I absolutely knew that they were going to say that. So I kind of set myself up for that. So I'm not angry about that. That's fine. But I am tired of arguing with people. And I do argue because I can't help it. I just cannot help. I have to respond to comments. I've tried so hard to not respond. Some of them, oh my gosh, you guys, today, the comment about urine therapy, did you see that one? I mean, we have come to a whole new level of what the F? Okay, anyway, we're not even going there with that one. Fasting, let's discuss it. First of all, we will begin with the benefits of fasting because there are many benefits. So don't get me wrong, I am not here to rain on everybody's parade when it comes to fasting. I absolutely believe that fasting has a place. And just like ketosis is a freaking awesome tool for caloric deficit and losing weight. Are you kidding me? Because hello, anything that helps you to decrease your calories when you're trying to lose weight is the thing that works, right? And if fasting is helpful, then that is awesome. I think it's great. So some of the benefits of fasting, of course, getting caloric restriction, stabilizing your blood sugar and your cortisol levels, stabilizing your insulin, you know, keeping things just even. It helps with all of that. Healing the body, autophagy, you know, autophagy is definitely a real thing, and I'm not ever knocking it. I know my video was a little bit clickbait. I didn't really, well, okay, I totally meant it to be clickbait because I needed it to do well. I wanted more people to see my story, and I wanted more people to see my skin, and so that we can normalize it, and so people can see what it looks like, that it isn't that scary to lose 207 pounds, and like, your body might look worse for wear, but it's not like horrible. It's not like the end of the world, right? So there were reasons that I did that. One actual benefit of fasting that people don't really mention is the spiritual aspect. So I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and we actually have always had a fasting day once a month. The very first Sunday of the month, we're supposed to fast for 24 hours and have one meal, so OMAD, and pray and become closer to God. Because when we are taking food out of the equation and digestion out of the equation, we can really grow spiritually towards God. So that's definitely, obviously, I'm very supportive of that. So that is something that doesn't get mentioned as much, but is a very good benefit of fasting. Another thing is just giving your digestion a rest, giving your digestive tract a rest and letting your body have time to heal tissues and spend time doing something else besides constantly dealing with whatever you're putting into your body over and over and over, right? If we're eating 24 hours a day, your body never gets a rest, never can take the time to heal, all of that. So my personal experience with fasting came with obviously being raised with, we fast once a month. So for me, like, fasting didn't seem like this weird thing. It was totally normal. It felt like a normal thing. And when I went into keto, I never intended to fast at the beginning. Like, I didn't even for about a month, about 4 weeks. I just did 3 meals and I wasn't paying attention to when I was eating them. I was just trying to stay in ketosis and get a handle on the electrolytes and get a handle on my macros and of course watching the weight drop and all of that. And about 4 weeks in, probably right when I became fat adapted. So if you're new to keto, fat adaptation happens about 4 to 6 weeks into ketosis, where your body just finally gets comfortable going back and forth between dietary and body fat. And you just feel really like zen. You don't feel like hungry. And so you don't feel the need to constantly be eating. And so you naturally fall into fasting, right? So that's kind of what happened with me. I just wasn't hungry anymore, and I moved from 3 meals to 2 because it was convenient for me. I've always been pretty honest and upfront about the fact that I don't intermittent fast necessarily for the benefits. I just do it for the convenience, and that's what I've always done from the beginning. Like 4 weeks in, I've just done that because it worked. And can I just say that this thing that is happening right here is my son coming through my window, and I have no control, and I apologize for the very strange lighting that's happening right now, which as a photographer, videographer, is driving me crazy. I'm sure it probably doesn't drive you guys as much crazy. So anyway, my experience, I've been intermittent fasting for three and a half years, basically, a little longer than that. And so I obviously think that it's great. I obviously do not have anything negative to say about intermittent fasting or even OMAD or anything like that. When used properly to get a caloric restriction, or just because you're just not hungry and you feel like that's what you want to do. Now, if you're doing fasting of any kind for a medical reason, like for example, blood sugar, like if you're diabetic and you're doing, extended fasting or some kind of fasting for a medical reason, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to people who are just doing it for caloric restriction, trying to lose weight. So when I'm going into the negative effects, remember, I am not referring to you, just like when I'm talking about ketosis and I'm saying ketosis doesn't matter. I know people don't like it when I say that either, but when it comes to weight loss, ketosis does not actually matter. And neither does fasting. Like we're just using as tools, okay? These are just tools. You can use them or not. It's up to you. Oh my gosh, that stinking sunspot. Can I even make it better by doing this? No, it's even worse. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. How about now? I'm sorry, you guys. I have no control over this. I just feel like I should just stop talking because it's gonna drive me nuts. Maybe if I just go down to here and you guys can look at my neck instead of my head. How's that? Is that a little better? We'll go with that. Okay. So before I get into the parts of fasting that make me angry, I wanted to make sure you guys know that I'm not knocking on anything you're planning to do. And you can do what you want. Like, please do what you want. Don't take everything that I say as gospel truth. This is literally my opinion. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I have watched a lot of doctors, I've watched a lot of scientists, and that's where I get my opinion from. But just because I say it doesn't mean that, it's the gospel truth and you have to agree. It's fine. You don't have to agree with me. But I just feel really strongly that we have a problem, especially in the keto community and especially in the YouTuber influencer community, that needs to be discussed. And that is why I'm here. So first, let's talk about extended fasting. I'm not a proponent of extended fasting, and I have done videos on why. Could there be some benefit to extended fasting? Yes. If extended fasting isn't abused, the benefits, I'm sure, are like amazing. But I personally cannot do it, will not do it for several reasons. Number one being that I have 9 kids, and when I'm fasting, I feel like I'm going to kill people, and I get really angry and grouchy, and I'm not a good mom. And so because I have 9 kids, I just don't have the opportunity to spend 7 days starving myself because I will kill someone. And frankly, as much as it is hard to raise 9 kids, I don't think that that's a good idea. You know, probably I should like try and be a good mom, right? So that's basically where I am at with, that's part of the reason I don't personally extend fast. But the main reason is because Dr. Finney has come out against the proponents of extended fasting. We won't name any names, but we know who we are. At conventions where they both spoke, and he's come out and said, look, you guys are probably not going to want to hear this, but the data, and you know how I love data, the data says that extended fasting might possibly cause permanent metabolic damage. So when it comes to metabolism, that's one thing I just really don't want to mess around with. Now, maybe there's not enough studies that actually prove it, and he admits that. The studies he's talking about mostly are the Biggest Loser studies, and the Biggest Loser people didn't actually fast. They exercised to the point of a negative caloric intake. So they basically exercised to the point where they were not consuming anything for a very long time. So now there might be something to do with that causes, that as well. So I don't know. I don't really know all the sciencey mumbo jumbo. All I know is that if someone says there might be the possibility that you could permanently kill your metabolism by over dieting, over fasting, no. Because you know what, guys? The lower your metabolism gets, the harder it is to lose weight, right? Who wants bargain basement calories to live their life on the daily? Not this girl. Nope. Nope, nope. So to me, the dangers of it outweigh the risks. Outweigh the benefits of supposed possible autophagy to kill the loose skin and whatever else. So yeah. Anyway, that's part of the reason that extended fasting is not something that I do. So everybody, there's like at least 100, maybe more comments on my loose skin video. You didn't do it long enough. You're right. I didn't, because it's magical, mystical, autophagy, not proven, no scientific backing, and just doctors saying, yeah, it'll probably work. It's not enough for me to risk my metabolism for some loose skin, some fabled loose skin removal that may or may not actually come to pass. So yeah, I'm not doing that. So yeah, anyway. So this is not even the one that I'm mad about. And what is the sun doing? I just feel like, losing my mind. Now I'm blind. At least it's highlighting my most beautiful feature. Okay. I can see, sort of, on my notes here. Oh, look. There we go. Okay. This is not the thing I'm worried about, guys. Extend fast all you want. Do autophagy all you want. I'm not saying anything about that. Guess what I'm talking about here? Okay, here we go. There have been several, and I mean several, popular keto YouTubers in the recent months advocating fasting to come out of I don't even know what to call it. Not really a binge, a carb fest, a vacation, an overeating moment. All of these things, I've seen several, various people talking about how if they cheat, mess up, eat too much, had Thanksgiving, went on vacation, took a diet break in order to get back into ketosis, get their mind straight, get their body cleansed, whatever they're talking about, they're gonna do a fast. No, this makes me very angry. Now, first of all, before I tell you why it makes me angry, I am going to say, if you are a normal human and you are pretty good with your food intake and you've never been significantly obese and you're just trying to lose a few pounds on keto or with fasting or whatever, Or even if you're doing like a protein sparing modified fast and you're just doing this for a like competition or like a picture or a wedding and you're just a normal average Joe. This is not talking about you. But the problem is that channels like mine, these other big YouTubers that are talking about weight loss, most of the people that follow us have disordered eating. They have some kind of eating disorder, be it overeating, be it binge eating, be it some kind of addiction to food or carbohydrate. Like they're watching us as what to do. And when they're seeing these people going on, binge festivals and then saying that the way to fix it is to go on this like ridiculous fast, they're getting the wrong idea of what is healthy eating. This is not healthy. It's not healthy at all. It's not good. What you're doing when you're cheating, first of all, don't call it that. It's not a cheat unless you call it that. And you know what makes it a cheat? Your guilt. Don't feel guilty for making a food choice. It's just a choice. I've said it a million times. It's not a cheat. It's a choice. And it doesn't really matter in the long-term scheme of things. You can literally eat the crap out of a bunch of ice cream today, and it's not going to affect your weight loss as long as you get back on track tomorrow. But the problem is that up here, we are shooting ourselves in the head constantly and making ourselves feel terrible about our choices, blaming outside influences, blaming stress, blaming whatever we're blaming for being dumb and going off the rails. And now we need to get ourselves back in by what? Punishing ourselves. What? Why on earth would you do that? Guys, if you have had an eating disorder, that is literally the worst thing you can do that will shoot you in the foot when you're trying to get to a healthy eating level. If you want to be a person who can eat like a normal human, you need to stop doing stuff like that. Number one, stop beating yourself up. And number two, please, for the love, do not punish yourself for making a food choice. It isn't necessary. Will it get you into ketosis faster? Yeah, but we all know ketosis doesn't matter. Ketosis doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I had a comment, okay, just this couple of days ago. This woman from another country, doesn't speak English as well, she's trying to explain her situation, asked me, if she ate 40 carbs, is she in ketosis? And I'm like, well, maybe not. It doesn't really matter, et cetera, et cetera. I told her my little spiel about how it's about calories, not ketosis. Just make your next meal keto, you're fine. She comes back with, should I go on a 48-hour fast to get back into ketosis? I'm like thinking, where the heck did you get this idea from? Oh, we know where. No, you should not. It isn't necessary. You ate 40 carbs. Oh my gosh. No, you should not. Just make your next meal keto. Everything will be fine. She responds back, but if I can do it just fine, wouldn't that be better for me to get back into ketosis? No, it won't, especially if you have disordered eating, because you know what you are doing? You are binging and purging. Even if it's small, even if it's just a little bit of carbs that you feel guilty about, if you're using fasting to fix it, you are punishing yourself and you are causing an extension of that food disorder. Even if that isn't your original disorder, you are literally creating a new one. This is not a wise practice. This is not a healthy way to eat. A healthy way to eat is something that Keto Diamond does constantly. You guys ever watch Keto Diamond? She'll eat crap and she fully admits it. Now, she does sometimes call it a cheat and she does sometimes guilt herself over it. But does she starve herself the next day? No. She just makes her next meal keto and moves on. That is what you got to do. And you don't even have to be keto. You can be any dietary plan you want, anything that is helping you lose weight. If you choose to have a piece of cake today, that doesn't mean you're going to be completely shooting your whole entire weight loss journey in the foot by tomorrow and that you have to starve yourself. Oh my gosh. We need to be, especially if you're a YouTuber and you're watching this, we need to be advocates to help people to fix this. That is not going to help. Keto Christina has absolutely done everything to fix people's mindsets, and she's coming to the point where she's not even calling herself Keto Christina anymore. She's changing her whole channel to Christina Oman. And you know what I want to do? The same thing, because keto doesn't matter. Okay, I told you I was going to be salty and sassy on this video. It's literally giving me a headache right up in here about this. It's causing me such extreme stress and anxiety that people think that the way to lose weight is to starve yourself, do fad things. And I feel the same way about the crazy crap people do, like even egg fasts. Have you ever seen me do an egg fast on this channel? No. Have I ever done one? No. Did I still lose 207 pounds? Yes. You know how? I just keep going. One day after another, caloric deficit after another, keto day after another, keto meal after another, one foot in front of the other. Have I gone up on the scale? Uh-huh. Have I gone down on the scale? Uh-huh. Have I stayed the same forever? Yep. Guess what? Just keep going. One foot in front of the other, one meal at a time, one mental shift at a time. Have I fasted myself into oblivion? No. Thank goodness. Thank goodness that I care about myself enough to not punish myself if I make a choice that's not on plan. And you know how I do that? Because I make it a choice. If I want to eat 2,000 calories when I want a 1,300 calorie diet, guess what? I do it, and I call it a diet break. Call it what it is. It's a metabolism healer. It's a diet break. It's okay. It's fine. It's a celebration. It's a one-off thing. It doesn't have to become a binge. Now, if it's going to trigger a binge, don't do it. Like, obviously, we're trying to heal our disordered eating. And this whole thing about having a fast in order to get back on track or get your mindset in or cleanse your body or what all these things from doing something that you feel is wrong is unhealthy. It's disordered and it's not serving you. In the short run, will it get you back into ketosis faster and maybe get you in the right mindset back to dieting again? Maybe. But what happens when you get to my point and you're in maintenance? Are you going to fast every time the scale goes up 2 pounds? I mean, frick. My scale went up 4 or 5 pounds the last 2 days. Does that make me irritated? Yes. Does that make me think, oh no, I'm eating too many foods. I have to stop eating. No. No, it doesn't, because I know that if I'm patient and I trust that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and I put one foot in front of the other, that I will just make my next meal on plan and move on. And that is the thing that's upsetting me. So it's not fasting in general. I'm not saying that fasting is bad. I'm not saying that you should not fast. I'm not saying to stop intermittent fasting. I'm not saying that OMAD is terrible. I'm not saying extended fasting is terrible. I am maybe saying that egg fasts are a waste of time. Okay, I am definitely saying that. Please don't do that. Oh, and alternate day fasting? Yeah, let's just not even go into that one. You know, this is the same exact thing. Alternate day fasting. Please don't do that. Just don't do it. It's not going to help you in the long run if you are morbidly obese, if you have disordered eating habits. If you're a regular Joe Schmo and you have nothing wrong with you in your eating and all you're trying to do is lose a few pounds, do all the fasting that you want. As long as it's short term and it's occasional and it's not to punish yourself, you're doing it for regular health benefits, there's literally nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. But if you have ever been obese, there's a reason. If you are morbidly obese, unless you're doing it because you are a diabetic and you're like trying to figure things out with your blood sugar. I know there's some of you guys out there doing that, and I'm not knocking that. If you're doing it for a legit medical reason, I am not speaking to you. But if you're doing it to punish yourself for being bad, you have to fix that mindset. You're not bad. Eating cake is not bad. There are no bad foods. People coming on here telling me you're going to get fat because you're eating carbs because you're an addict and you need to control your addiction and you need to admit to yourself you're an addict and you can never have those foods again. No. No. How about instead we heal our mindset? We make ourselves healthy to the point where we can eat a small amount of those foods and it does not trigger a binge or an addiction reaction. Because as much as we want to believe that food is that addictive, it isn't as addictive as a heroin. It is somewhat addictive, yes, but it can be fixed. You can get to the point where you can eat something that you like and it's not going to trigger you eating the entire box. Now, if you try it and it does, you're not ready yet. Step back, try something else. But if you're doing that, like if you're like, look at me. I ate rice last night. Did I feel like I needed to eat rice and then a whole bag of potato chips and then a whole thing of ice cream and then blah, 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 blah? Nope. Just ate rice. It was just rice. There's nothing special about it. It's just rice. I have healed my mindset by not punishing myself over and over for making choices that were maybe not the best choice to make. That's what I've been working on, and that's what I want to teach here. Because I'll tell you what, you can have all the tools in your arsenal, all the caloric restriction tools, all the ketosis, all the fasting, everything. You can have all the tools. But unless you fix it here, you're just going to gain it back. And I know from experience because I legit have done that. I know how easy it is. So if you haven't fixed your mindset, that is what you need to work on. And this whole binge purging thing that's real popular, and the alternate day fasting, and the using crazy fasts to get back into ketosis, and using the egg fasts to whatever, it's not going to benefit you in the mindset department. It's just going to make it harder. Guys, I'll tell you the secret to losing weight. The secret to losing weight is you take it 1 minute at a time. You accept yourself with grace. You love yourself. You tell yourself you're worth it. So you maybe you had something this morning that wasn't the best choice. So you try and focus on making every next meal on plan, and you just keep moving forward. And if it doesn't work out today, well, you just keep trying tomorrow. Because I'll tell you, there's nothing in life that we ever achieve just easily, like, no, it's like this, guys. It's like that. Weight loss as it goes down goes like that. And staying on path of any goal, it's you go off and you get back on, and you go off and you get back on. And as long as you keep getting back on, you will eventually make it to the end. But anything that's going to get in the way of that and cause you issues up here is something that you should avoid. And I just felt like it was really important to talk about that. Because I've seen it so much ever since Thanksgiving. Like, people are just like, oh, I ate pie on Thanksgiving, so I ain't eating. I ain't eating nothing. I cannot eat. Why? No. Just stop with that stuff. Please, 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 please stop with that stuff. I have to admit, I have been tempted to do some of these crazy fast things just so that I can get the algorithm to pick me up. Because I swear YouTube only wants to push out videos where people are doing alternate day fasting or 5-day egg fast or whatever to get seen. I want people to come to my channel because I want them to hear this stuff, right? I want them to hear that that's a waste of time. Stop doing that. It's not normal. It's not healthy, and it's not good for you. It's not necessary. It's so not necessary. And I can't seem to breach that without being willing to do it. And I'm not willing to do it because I love myself and I don't want to do that to myself. All right. So, end of spiel. There's a lot of people here. If you missed what I was talking about, hopefully you can go back later, and I don't know if you really want to see me be salty, but I can be a little bit salty, especially when I'm on my cycle and I'm tired, and that's me today. So now it's Q&A time. So if any of you want to talk, go ahead and post a comment or a question. If it's reasonable, I will respond to it. And if I can get to the bottom, I will try and talk to everybody. This videos go long because I do that. My feet are falling asleep though, so let me adjust my position before I get into anything crazy. First of all, I want to see, is Carly's mama here? I just really want to look really quickly and see if she is here. I'm not sure if she's here or not. I don't see her in the top. So I'm just going to say, Carly's mama, Tanya, is the one who sent me the gift card from the video last week. And I just got my blanket. Thank you, Tanya. It's so good. Like, I love this blanket. It's so awesome. And anyway, I just wanted to say thank you because she said she sent me a note with it and the note didn't come, and I wanted her to get credit for that gift card because I really appreciated her sending me that. And this blanket has been like a game changer. I even got to let Dave open the window last night because he was so hot. And I'm like, I have my blankie, Dave. I'm all good. And I actually was. All right. Okay, so I'm going clear back up to the very tippy top. So if you were here at the very beginning, I am going to say hello to you. Kim Dudra from Georgia, welcome. Oh, I love the radical skedaddle as well. I love pretty much every flavor of Bang, but yeah. Anyway, who else is here? Megalyn Carlson is here from California, from LA. Woo-woo. Nice. All right, let's see. Michelle says she's never had a Built Bar. Well, if you've never bought from Built Bar, Michelle, you could totally help me win my contest. So go buy a box. Was I being a Karen? Yeah, well, I don't know about that. Not necessarily, just real ornery. Tara Allen is here. Wendy Barron, Mama Does Keto is here. Woohoo! Good to see you back on YouTube, Wendy. She just moved. All right, let's see. Oh, who am I missing? I don't want to miss anybody. I'm trying to go quick. Stephanie Price. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just like, want to make sure I don't miss anything important, so I'm trying to Lisa Sums, good point. Okay, she says, aren't content creators supposed to be clickbaity? Yes and no. Whenever I do a clickbait title, I try and make sure that it is, so like this one, I try and make sure that it is legit enough that it's not really clickbait, but it gets people in, because I really need people to hear my message. I'm really good at teaching keto. I'm really good at teaching weight loss. I'm really good at teaching mindset. And I want more people to hear this because it's important. There's just not enough people out there that are really teaching. A lot of these channels are just talking about their journey and sharing that, which is wonderful. I do that as well. But I am a legit teacher and I am good at it. And you know what? I'm not trying to be cocky. I am good at teaching what I learn. And I am also willing to admit when I am wrong and change things if I have scientific proof to prove that. And I will then tell you guys, oh, guess what? I was wrong. So yeah, that is definitely, okay, that's awesome. Okay, so we talked about all that. Oh, I know, the sunspot. Oh, it's so glad it's gone now. I should just not do this at 8:30 in the morning in the winter because apparently that's what's going to happen. It's like this little corner right on my blinds. It's not even something I could like, maybe next time I'll try and cover it up. I don't know. Am I hangry? No, because I eat. I'm sorry. I love it. I love it. Okay, so that is a good point I would like to talk about as well, Lisa. So I'm just go ahead and talk about that. She says, I buried my metabolism years ago doing yo-yo dieting. Yes. And that's actually my main concern with this is that you're basically yo-yoing on a monthly basis or a weekly basis. And that is where it gets really, really bad, because if you're constantly dieting, you're also going to damage your metabolism. If you get addicted to dieting, is that a thing? Because I swear it should be an eating disorder in and of itself. And if you're unable to get any weight loss, doing bargain basement calories because your metabolism is so low, you're never going to be happy and you're never going to be successful. If you are in that position when your metabolism is so damaged that you cannot do a reasonable caloric restriction, you need to stop focusing on caloric restriction and start focusing on healing your metabolism. And the way you do that is by doing a reverse diet. So you're just going to eat more calories each week. And when you start to gain weight, you hold at those calories until your body recovers and you stop gaining weight from it. You don't go backwards. No more cuts. Just keep pushing it upward until you get to a reasonable calorie level, and you stay there for as long as you can bear, right? I know everybody wants to always be losing weight. Everybody always wants to be cutting. Everybody always wants what's on the other side. The grass is always greener. When we're cutting, we're starving to death and we're miserable and we're tired and we're emotional and we just, it's so hard, right? And then when we're trying to take a diet break, we're just like, oh, I'm gaining weight. I wish I was cutting. Be happy where you're at. Colin DeWay talks about this all the time. And by the way, congrats, Colin DeWay, on 10,000 subscribers. And thanks to all of you guys who went to support him from my channel, because he is the freaking awesome man. I love that man. And he's really smart about that kind of thing. He's always talking about enjoy the phase you're in. If you're in a dieting phase, enjoy the benefits of dieting, which are you getting smaller, you're seeing the scale go down, you're feeling trimmer, your clothes fit nicer, you look nicer. And sure, you're starving to death and miserable and tired and cranky and it's hard. So don't focus on the hard, focus on, oh, I look great. I'm having success. When you're in the diet break phase, instead of focusing on, oh no, I put on 5 pounds, I'm getting fluffy, my clothes are tighter, don't focus on that. Focus on, ooh, I get to eat all the yummy, delicious food. I get to take a break. I'm having a rest. I have all the energy. I can build muscle. I feel great. Focus on the positives of where you are, because the grass, it's the same on both sides. It's the same green. It's just different. And you're never, ever going to be in a place where you can eat what you want and lose weight at the same time. It's not a reality. You can't stay perfectly cut at your lowest weight all the time. And you can't always be eating what you want. That isn't how it works. It's somewhere in between where you're happy where you're at. You spend a lot of time, spend the bulk of your life in a diet break phase, right? And then when you get uncomfortable, you do a quick cut, get rid of it, and go back into your diet break phase. That's a healthy way to maintain weight loss. An unhealthy way to maintain weight loss is when you're punishing yourself for making anything off plan. You've dieted yourself down to your bargain basement calories. You can't eat more than 1,400 calories without putting on weight, and you're literally always on a diet. That's horrible. Literally, that's like my worst nightmare. I can't imagine. That's awful. So if that's you, it's hard, because obviously that takes years and years to diet down your metabolism to that point. But if you're unable to eat 1,500 calories without putting weight on, then you need to focus on getting your metabolism healed by raising your calories up and getting your body used to it, and then getting it up to a reasonable level, like 2,000, where you're maintaining your weight and you're not putting too much weight on, and then stay there for a really long time, like a year, like a really long time. And then do a quick cut at a higher level of calories, and you're going to have so much more success than if you just keep dieting and just keep up and downing and killing your metabolism. So good point, Lisa. Thank you. That one's very, very, and very. Yeah, people use it to help with cancer. Yeah, we're not going into cancer with fasting. If fasting's killing your cancer, please do it. Because, like, which one's worse? Like, duh. We're not discussing cancer. This is for disordered eating, obesity. This is for like using fasting to cure your weight loss issues. This is where it's tricky, okay? When you are already disordered, don't make yourself worse. That's all I'm talking about. So yeah, if you are fasting for whatever reason you're fasting, I don't care. Like, do your thing. I'm not saying you should stop doing it. I'm saying influencers, YouTubers, should stop using it as a cutesy way to get views or a cutesy way to get back into ketosis. No, just don't do that. It's not healthy. All right, let's see. Aisha Elwood says, my hormones are already jacked up for extended fasting. OMAD is serving well now, but I'm a keto newbie coming from veganism. Oh, that's tough. It's been a tough journey at 43. Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, whatever is working for you, Aisha. But like, if you're just moving from veganism to eating meat, that's like a whole mindset change in and of itself. You know, take it easy on yourself. Remember, we need to nourish ourselves. We need to love ourselves. We need to do what's best for ourselves. If we ourselves are feeling like crap, we need to stop doing whatever it is that's making us feel like crap. And we need to start paying more attention to ourselves and like caring about ourselves. And I think that's something that women in their 40s naturally turn to. I think it's a hormonal and like cycle of life thing that when we're younger and we've got a lot of energy, we focus a lot more on, you know, well, I did at least focus on raising my kids and like other people and thinking about other people all the time and like running ourselves into the ground. And then we get into 40s and we go, oh yeah, like I'm totally killing myself. And we start to care about ourselves. I think a lot of people go on weight loss journeys and health journeys in their 40s because they've realized they're not young anymore and that the young people they have raised up are kind of more independent and they can take the time to focus on themselves for a season. And I think there's a lot of us in our 40s who are going through these. Am I still here? I lost my connection for a second. I didn't even have time to breathe when I was a young mom, you know, like it was hard to like even find time to eat anything but donuts because I would have to actually find time to actually cook myself something in the middle of homeschooling and taking care of babies and cloth diapering and all the things you're supposed to do as a good mom. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Breastfeeding for 22 years, basically straight. But, you know, I will say that breastfeeding kept me from yo-yoing and fasting too much because I was more worried about my milk supply because I was more worried about my baby than me. And I had a tenuous milk supply as it was. So I did not fall into the yo-yo trap my whole life. I've done it a few times, but not enough to damage my metabolism. Thank goodness. Yeah, and we talked about fasting helps with diabetic people to lower insulin. Yep, we've talked about it. Okay, and this is a good point too, and I should have brought this up. Tiny Apple Slices says, fasting is not a license to binge eat. It's just like bulimia. Yes. So this is the thing. People that do this tend to, especially alternate day fasting, and if you don't have macros set, they're going to eat everything in sight. Even if it's keto, they're going to eat a ton of food because they're starving, and then they starve. And then they eat a ton, and then they starve. And then they eat a ton, and then they starve. The nice thing about OMAD is that you cannot do that. There's only so much you can physically fit into your stomach in one meal, right? You're not going to probably eat everything. You're not going to be eating like 6,000 calories in a meal. I mean, you could if you're letting yourself eat anything you want, if you're eating calorie dense food instead of anabolic, protein rich, delicious, lean food. You could easily, especially eating fat, you could easily eat that many calories in an OMAD. But OMAD is a little better because it kind of keeps your fasting window nice and big, but it keeps your eating window smallish. Whereas alternate day fasting, if you don't have a plan, that can get bad real quick. It reminds me of the popular diet back in the 2000s, the early 2000s. It was kind of a play off of Atkins, but it wasn't really. It was called the Carbohydrate Addicts Diet. And I totally did it for like 6 months. And I did lose a very small amount of weight. But I will tell you what, I had 1 hour a day where I could literally eat anything I wanted. So the rest of the day had to be low carb. But then you have 1 hour where you could literally eat whatever carbs you want. And you would not believe the amount of ridiculous carbs I could put into my body in an hour. We're talking, I would obsess over it. I would think about it constantly. I would have all the Oreos and all the ice cream and all the chips and everything ready just for my binge fest. Was this healthy? No. Is this beneficial to me in any way? No. No. And this is the thing that I'm talking about. When you're so hungry and you feel so deprived and you feel so miserable that it triggers you to just eat everything in sight. And then you punish yourself again by fasting again. Literally, alternate day fasting is literally that. Who came up with this crap? I just can't even with this. It frustrates me. In fact, I really should add alternate day fasting is the devil to my title because it literally is worse than all the other ones. Yeah. If you're going to do that though, you can do it. If you plan your days and have your macros set and you know what you're eating and you don't go crazy, if you're doing it with a plan and you're very careful and you're not doing it to punish yourself, that's different than if you're doing it. So for example, I screwed up today. So, tomorrow I'm going to fast. So then the next day I'm starving. So then I screwed up again. And so then I fast. You see what I'm saying? Like if you're doing it with that mentality, oh no, I screwed up, so I better do this. You're literally perpetuating that idea of you're bad because you ate food and so you need to starve as a punishment. That's bad. That is the problem I have with this whole thing in the obesity community because we're already screwed up or we wouldn't be obese. For whatever reason, we're screwed up. And so like we need to be careful when we use these tools, and fasting is a tool. We need to be careful and use it wisely and use it with correct mindset, with a plan in place, and not just as a cure for screwing up. Because you know what? When you eat what you want on Thanksgiving, that's not a screw up. That's called Thanksgiving. It's okay. Now, there was a time where I swore I would never eat a carb again because I was so afraid of carbs. I have definitely come a long way in the mindset. So don't get me wrong. I know where you guys are coming from with a lot of this stuff. It's hard to change everything all at once. And I've had my Atreyu moment more than once where I've looked in the mirror and had to go, whoa, that's not all right thinking, and you got to fix that. And I've dealt with a lot of crap over the last 4 years in order to fix my problems and make them not just go away, but like just make me a healthier emotional person, to do things less food centric and to stop blaming myself for wanting yummy food because it tastes nice. When I eat yummy food, people are like, you eat so much processed food. And I'm like, I do. A Built Bar a day is a whole munch. I mean, like I eat, my freaking eggs come out of my chicken's butt in the backyard. Like how much more fresh can it be? I just kind of like, okay, whatever. I eat a Built Bar a day because it tastes good. It may not be the best choice for a weight loss journey. I'm not on a weight loss journey at the moment. It can fit in a weight loss journey. They're 130 calories, guys. Sigh. Okay, like it's not about the food. I mean, it is because obviously if you're eating too much food, you're gaining weight. But the reason you're eating too much food is because of here. This is what you got to work on. You have to face, why am I overeating? Why am I not able to eat one bite of a cake? Why do I have to eat the whole thing? What is causing that? And address that. Fix it. Work on it. Journal it. Talk to someone. Get counseling. Do what you got to do to fix that. You're never going to be able to stop overeating if you don't address the actual elephant in the room, which is your actual inability to control what you're eating. It's not the food's fault. Food has no morality. There are no good or bad foods. It's only what you choose to do with them that causes the problem. So you need to become healthy with food. Food, yeah, it tastes good, and it's okay to eat it because it tastes good. But we don't need to eat all of it just because it tastes good. Does that make sense? And if you're unable to control the all of it problem, you need to fix that first before you're able to eat the foods that taste good. But that doesn't mean you can never eat the foods that taste good. Like, that would be lame. You spend the whole rest of our life being afraid of a potato? I was so afraid of a potato, and now I just kind of look at it and go, why? I had such a mindset that it was the carbs that were my problem, that I was unable to control myself around carbs, and so I could never eat them again. Apparently I've done the work, because that is not the case. I'm eating them every day, and I'm not overeating them. I'm just eating them in my plan. It's the weirdest thing. All right, so sorry, getting distracted again. Oh, Carly's mama, you were here. I'm so glad. Yay! Thank you for the blankie and the pants that are not here yet. So let's see. Wendy Barron says, honestly, I'm so happy you were saying this. I've always felt guilty about not fasting, other than fast Sunday, which is what we do in our church, or a natural fast because I wasn't hungry. I don't think I could ever fast that long. Yeah, I mean, you get really ornery. I've done it. I mean, I did stupid isogenics, and we are supposed to do a 2-day fast every 2 weeks. You know what? The only time I ever lost weight on isogenics is when I was doing that stupid fast. And you know what? I wanted to kill people the whole time. It was not beneficial to me in any way. And thank the Lord I didn't do that very long. I realized pretty quickly that this was a stupid way to lose weight. It was so stupid. Please don't ever buy into any MLM crap. I'm also against those. Okay, Lady Low Carb says, a certain YouTuber said the fasting works. It is working for her. What do you think? I've already said what I think. I'm not going to say who she is because it's making me mad. Because she has a lot of people that follow her, and what she's doing is not good. I feel like she should not do that. There, that's all I'm saying. I'm not calling anybody out on this video. So, but yeah, suffice it to say, yeah, she's one of them that I was talking about. One of them. There are more than one. Oh my heck. Okay, let's see. Lisa Sum says, I call it an adjustment for my soul. I just want to feel normal and have a treat like a normal sized person. Yes. She learned it from Shrink for Eating Disorder. Is that a book? Yeah, I'm sure there's books out there that teach this concept. I have figured this all out on my own, guys, without reading a book. It's like a miracle. And you know what? It's actually not on my own. God has given me it. He's literally putting these little seeds in my head of, Tamra, try this. This works. Tell people about that. And I'm telling you what, for the last few days, he's literally been pounding in my head saying, you have to tell people to stop doing this stuff. They're killing themselves. And that's why I'm doing it. Because when God tells me to do something, I freaking do it. Because you know what? He's relentless. If you listen to him, he will tell you what to do. And he will expect a lot from you. And that is why I'm willing to have the courage to come out here and show my loose skin and talk about this stuff. Because God told me people need to hear this stuff. And that's why I'm here. All right. Michelle from Life Adventures in Keto says, it's not for weight loss, but ketosis does help my ailments and symptoms. Yes. So if you're in ketosis for medical reason, I am not. So keep that in mind. When I'm talking about ketosis, doesn't matter. I'm not talking about anything medical or hormonal or thyroid, or if you are in ketosis for a reason, because you feel better, then by all means, please do that. I used to think that that was why I was in ketosis too. But I will tell you now that I'm out of ketosis, I still feel fine. It is not ketosis that fixed my problem. I honestly believe I have a wheat allergy, and my biggest fixes have come from eliminating wheat, which is why you're not seeing me eating any breads. I'm only eating gluten-free because I really believe that I have a wheat allergy because my son has that, and it triggers amazingly horrible depression in him. And I'm sure that that is a lot to do the cause of mine. And if I come across an ingredient in a food that makes me feel depressed, if I put something new into my diet, I will question it for allergy's sake. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like nothing matters like that. It matters. Whatever is making you feel good about yourself and like your journey and helping you to grow as a person, as a human, like do that. If fasting is a tool to help you achieve that, do it. Just don't use it as a punishment for cheating. First of all, stop cheating. It's not cheating. It's a diet break. Take a 9-month diet break. Take a year-long diet break. Don't eat everything in sight. Eat a reasonable amount of calories. Practice doing that. Even if you gain weight like I did last year, look what I also did in the summer on a very quick cut. And you can see the difference in 1 year. On my loose skin video, I have to admit, I was shocked because I legit gained 20 pounds between October and May of last year. And I was only cutting June to September, not, like before I made that video. And that was the difference. Whoa. Like, there is something to be said about a diet break. I didn't even know it was that. I didn't even know that what I was doing was the healthy way to do it. I've been doing it since I hit Wonderland, taking little breaks, and I felt guilty about doing it. And I remember apologizing to you guys over and over because I wasn't trying to lose weight. And I'm just like trying so hard not to laugh at myself now that I know it was God telling me that that was the healthy way to do it. And that's why I've had so much success, is because I took time off to like nourish me and practice eating a reasonable amount of food and gaining a reasonable amount of weight instead of 100 pounds in a year, right? And then going on a very quick cut and getting it over with, like that. You know, my daughter's getting married probably in June, and I might do a quick cut just to see what I can do right before the wedding. But for sure, I'm going to be diet breaking up until that point, right? Up until I decide I'm ready to do a quick cut right before the wedding. Maybe I won't do that. I don't know. I'm pretty happy what I look like right now. I'm kidding me? I don't even know. Like, other than getting rid of some of the fat in my loose skin so that I feel like I'm a better candidate for surgery. At this point, mentally, I don't really care about how I look. I feel like I look amazing. I don't feel like I need to lose more weight to look better. But, you know, I mean, the wedding is an excuse as any. Like, if I'm going to do surgery, I don't know. We're still debating the surgery thing. I could go back and forth, partly because I'm scared to death of it. I've never had any surgery in my life, not once. So it would be a pretty monstrous thing to do to myself when I've never even experienced going under the knife at all. So I don't know. We will see. I go back and forth. I'll watch channels where I'm like, yeah, I totally want to do that. And then I'll watch other channels where I was like, man, what if that happens to me? Yeah. But anyway, we're probably going to move forward on the process with that. So I might do some cutting for that reason. But yeah, because I have a reason, not because I feel like I'm not happy with myself. All right. Now we have people telling me what ketosis means on this channel. I'm sorry. No, we're not going there. I know what ketosis is. Okay. Sorry. I'm ignoring that one. Sorry, Winsome Kohal. Please go back and watch my past videos where I teach you everything about ketosis and how to accomplish weight loss using keto, since I lost 207 pounds doing exactly that. Okay, there's my annoying. That's how I am when I read the comments, guys. Like, I'm always like, oh my gosh, the one, I already talked about the urine therapy one, right? Guys, go over onto my loose skin video right now. There's legit somebody telling me, I'm sorry, I'm trying so hard not to laugh. If I pee in cups and leave it on the counter for a few days with a paper towel over the top to age it real nice, and then I rub urine. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm fine. Yep, I rub urine all over my body. It will get rid of my loose skin. I will also smell like pee. But you know, I know. And when I said, no, she was like, no, seriously, it's just like using blood for a face mask. Moving on. Just go read it, you guys. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, yeah. I don't do crazy crap. I thought egg fasts was crazy. I don't even do egg fasts, let alone rub urine on myself. I don't care if it worked. I don't want to smell like a toilet. That is gross. I'd rather have loose skin. At least that I can tuck it into my pants. I may have to tuck it over and over and over, but at least you can't smell it. No. Can you imagine? Okay, I gotta let it go. I'm letting it go. I'm moving on. I really am. Okay. Let's find something else to talk about. Oh my gosh. That one is just literally just cracking me up. Okay. This girl I think is from India. I will try really hard to get your name right. Kaitanya Patil. She says she drinks 10 to 15 cups of black coffee a day Okay. Why? That's a lot of coffee. But hey, I mean, there's 300 milligrams of caffeine in here, and I think there's only 45 grams or 45 milligrams in coffee. I don't drink coffee, so like this is the extent. Two of these is the extent of mine. But if that equals up that many cups of coffee, I can totally see doing that. Like, caffeine just doesn't do it for me like it does for other people. If I was a coffee drinker, I can see myself doing that. It just doesn't do enough for me. Though you can see I have woken up a little bit. Maybe that's talking, which really wakes me up anyway. Have I had too much Solé water, Mrs. Salty? Actually, no, I think I've had not enough. So here's the funny, guys. I'm trying really hard since I'm on carbs now. I know it's so weird that a keto person is on carbs, but I'm on carbs now. And I'm trying to decrease my sodium because, my sodium was out of control on keto. It was so bad. It was so high. And I was like, this is a ridiculous amount of salt to be consuming. So I cut back. And I noticed, like, when I was ovulating and I was retaining water, that I could have a normal amount for keto. So like 2 servings of 2 tablespoons a day. Well, guess what? I had a water weight whoosh this last week, and I stayed with that amount, and I literally almost killed myself. The last 2 days, I have been so horribly sick, like keto flu, to the point where I thought I might have COVID. Because I have been a walking zombie and my legs are jelly, and I'm like, what the heck? How am I having these sodium issues still while eating carbs? I don't know. Still with the electrolytes. And today I woke up, so like I let myself get really low apparently because I was feeling super horrible. And then over the last 2 days, I've put on 5 pounds of water again. Yeah, I wasn't really happy about that because you know what that means? I don't get to make my calories go up. This is such a dumb rule. Because who knows if it's even body fat. Whatever. Reverse dieting is its own thing. And you know what? Greg Doucette says, don't do that. Just eat. He's so funny. And I'm like, I can't just eat yet. I don't trust myself quite yet. I'm getting there, but I don't trust myself quite yet. So, yeah. Okay, so Carly's mama brings up another point. It's one thing to be busy and not feel hungry, but to tell yourself to stay strong and not eat for multiple days in a row is exactly what anorexics do. Yes, exactly. That's why I'm saying, like, if you already have an eating disorder, don't give yourself another one. Be very careful when you use these tools. Even ketosis, it's a tool. Use it wisely, okay? Use it to heal yourself. When the scale goes down, it feels awesome. But you know what? It's not the scale going down that's going to fix stuff. Being skinny isn't going to make you happy if you weren't already happy to begin with. You need to figure out why you're not happy and address those issues in a way that does not involve food. That is how you're going to have success. And when you do, you will lose weight because it's just a normal thing that happens when you're not abusing your body with food. Sigh. I love it. Hey, Natalie Loves Keto is here. You guys, she has the cutest channel and she's lost a lot of weight. You guys should check her out. Natalie Loves Keto. Hey, Natasha Nizam, it's good to see you. She says she just watched that certain YouTuber that we were just discussing. Okay, I can't even say this. Like, that's going to make me cry. Really, Natasha? Okay. I don't know if this is you that happened or that happened to her, but she said she just watched this certain person and her fasting a few months ended up sick with an eating disorder. I don't know if you're the one who got sick with an eating disorder because you were doing it because you saw her. I hope that's not it because that's the thing I'm worried about. And then went to binging. It's terrible. And she says, promote all these products that I can afford it or not. Yeah. And I promote products too. So I can't give her a crap about that because, that's how we have to make money on YouTube. But seriously, if you can't buy it, don't buy it. Like, seriously, don't worry about it. If you want it, buy it. If you don't, then don't. But yeah, if watching her caused you to end up with more of an eating disorder, that is my concern. Like, literally, that's the reason I'm doing this video. Because I just feel like it's not healthy to be promoting that. Wendy Barron says, I don't fast or do egg or butter and beef fast. Yeah, I didn't even go into that one because I feel like I would lose my mind and just gain back at what I lost. Yes, because anytime you feel completely restricted, it can trigger a binge. It doesn't always, because you might be more healthy now, but it can. So be careful, be careful. Even doing what I'm doing, I'm doing bargain basement calories. And when you come on my keto group, that's what I'm giving you guys is bargain basement calories. And I do sometimes worry about that, because while it does give really fast results, especially if you haven't been dieting in the past, it is still bargain basement and it doesn't really give you any room to adjust. And I worry that it will feel too restrictive, that it could cause a binge. I've had some clients that I've worked with that has been the case. And I think that I need to fix that in the way I teach, to teach that if you're feeling restricted, then maybe you've just gone too bargain basement with your calories and you need to take more time. Because you know what? This is not, unless you have something that's coming up, this isn't a race, this is a lifetime thing. You're going to be doing this forever. If you ever think that you're going to lose all the weight and then it's just going to be over, think again, Missy, because that is not how it works. That is not how it works. You're always going to be working on something, benefiting yourself, becoming a better person. That's humans, right? We're always doing that. And oh my gosh, that brought me something up. Remember, that's the thing I was going to talk about at the beginning with Built Bar. I was saying earlier on my keto group, and Built Bars, like many other keto products, were developed in Utah, and the businesses are right here. And so this morning when I was slapping some mascara on my face, in my bleary, as I can't see, squints, I noticed something from this. This is my gift from Tara Allen. I was using it today. And if you look in tiny little words on the back, it says, made in the US, distributed by Elixir Cosmetics, Salt Lake City, Utah. I laughed. I'm like, it ain't just keto, people. Utah's the place, I tell you. So many businesses started in Utah. It's just crazy to me. Us Utahns, we're very motivated to create what we need, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Carmen Fringer says, keto. Christina is still advocating keto. She still remains keto carnivore, but she realized people, yeah, I know. I didn't say she wasn't. She changed her name of her channel, and I think I should do that too. She also doesn't stay keto all the time, and she does eat carbs sometimes. Natalie Loves Keto says, I call fasting starvation. It destroys your metabolism totally. Yep. It's just not good to do. It's good to do it occasionally if you really want to, but not all the time. It's just not. Any kind of dieting can become healthy. Mrs. L. Lewis says that. Yes, any kind of dieting can become unhealthy if you just keep doing it forever. We can't diet forever, guys. It's not healthy. Being in a caloric deficit is not what our bodies like to do. It's not what our minds like to do. Our bodies push us to stop doing that for a reason, because they don't want it. Yeah. It's not the normal and healthy way to live. I'm not sure if Mrs. L. Lewis has a channel, but if she does, she's a wise woman. You should go check it out. Okay. Sorry, you guys are talking to each other, so I'm trying to really quickly go through that. Hey, Sarah showed up. Good to see you, Sarah. She hasn't challenged me to any step battles lately, so I haven't done any walking. Don't get any of my ideas, Sarah. I hate walking. That's one thing that I really, this is what I'm working on right now, actually. It's the exercise mindset, because that's my next one, right? I have to stop saying I hate exercise. Dude, I got to stop saying that. I have to find exercise that I love and freaking do it. I love dancing, so I'm trying to do that. All right. Okay. All right. Married to Keto says, I find egg fast helpful to break the habit if eating carbier foods, whatever works. Okay, but the thing is if you just did chicken, so I really want to start this chicken fast, because I'll tell you what, if you do a chicken fast, you will lose a crap ton of weight, and you will also not gain it back the second you stop eating the chicken. Eggs are 50-50 protein fat, which is why people use them for keto a lot. But keto does not need the fat if you're fat. So if you are fat, you do not need to eat any fat. You only need about 50 grams of fat a day for stability, and that's debatable that you even need that much. It's debatable. If you have body fat, your body will just use that, especially if you're in ketosis and especially if you're fat adapted. So eggs are not necessarily the best food to use if you're going to eat only one food. Because, yeah, they contain protein, but not very much. But they also contain the same amount of fat, which means they're calorically high. And then you're adding cream and cheese and other various things to them, which make them even higher calorically. Guys, if you're going to do a crazy crap fast, do the chicken breast fast. Eat nothing but chicken breast for as long as you can stand. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. You will lose weight and gain muscle. Sorry. Gain lean mass and lose body fat. Do it right now. I'm started right now. The chicken fast. I wish I was kidding, but I'm so not kidding. If you're going to eat only one food, eat something lower in fat than that and higher in protein. Chicken would be ideal. It would suck, but it would be ideal. You would really hate chicken. But that's why I say, like, beef and butter fast? Why? No. Chicken fast, guys. Chicken and no fat fast. You'll lose a crap ton of weight. And you'll get into ketosis fast, but you'll actually lose body fat. Right? Body fat. Okay. Carly's mama says, I feel like folks will blame the food for their choices. Bottom line is Twinkies don't make people fat. People make people fat. Right. If you eat one Twinkie, you're not going to die. You're not going to get fat. If you eat the whole box of Twinkies and then tomorrow you have some more and some more and some more, yeah, you're going to get fat. That's how Twinkies work. And they're also meant to taste very good. They are highly palatable foods. If you choose to eat highly palatable foods, have a plan for what you're going to do when you want more highly palatable foods. Eat some anabolic foods that are high in protein and low in calories, and that will help. Okay. All right. Texas native says, my fasting is for medical reasons. I can eat no fruit, carbs, or sugar, spikes my glucose. Yeah, right. Like, so if you're doing, like I said, if you're doing it for a medical reason, I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about doing it for any kind of healthy reason. A medical reason is a healthy reason. I'm talking about punishing yourself or extended fasting for periods of time that could damage metabolism. So those two things are the things that I'm like, you guys, don't do it. You don't need to. It's not necessary. Okay. Yeah, and Mrs. L. Lewis says you do bad one day, but on the same day you can start over. Right, exactly. Like Keto Diamond always says, make your next meal keto. Not your next day, not your next month. Next meal. Go back on plan. Whatever your plan is, doesn't have to be keto. Go back on plan next meal. Don't beat yourself up. Just go, wow, that tasted really good. All right, well, for dinner, I'm just going to have chicken. Always chicken. Turn to the chicken, baby. Turn to the chicken. All right. Yeah, so the reason why egg fast can get you into ketosis is because it gives you a nice amount of fat for your body to burn from dietary, so it makes you less hungry. And it does get you into ketosis quick because it's low carb. But can I just tell you, chicken has less carbs than eggs too. I mean, this is like not a novel concept. It's really, it should be a thing. How is it not a thing? I really should start that, but I just can't make myself start some crazy crap fast that people will follow. But it's actually probably the healthiest way to do it. If you're going to do something where you only eat one thing, chicken would be the way to go. It's very high in protein, very low in fat, very low in calories. It tastes good. You can put cheese on it if you really need to, just like eggs. Brilliant. And it won't even raise your calories that high. You literally legit lose body fat, gain muscle, keep your protein up. Dude, get you in ketosis. People say it's too high in protein to get into ketosis. And this is me rolling my eyes. Okay, sorry. Deep ketosis does not matter. Again, ketosis, when it comes to weight loss, does not matter. If it helps you to eat less because you have less hunger, it matters. It's the only reason that it matters with regards to weight loss. Any other reason? We're not talking about that. Just weight loss. Long Hair Blues says, my husband's currently making fun of my lower back dimples since I lost a bunch of weight to keto. Are you kidding me? Oh, lower back dimples are beautiful. That's exactly what we need, right, girls? Right there. Yeah, my husband knows better to make fun of me for anything. I am not nice. People think that I'm nice because like I'm so nice on my videos and I'm like, so nice. In real life, Okay, sometimes I'm nice and I try really hard not to hurt people's feelings, but every once in a while, I will not be nice. When I feel very strongly about a subject, I will say so because I am not going to hold back. Even in real life, and people either love me or hate me for that. I've lost a lot of friends this year due to my strong stance on mask wearing and Black Lives Matter, and even had family members who no longer associate with me due to that. Still not going to change my stance because, you know. Anyway. Okay. The dirty fasting. I don't understand the dirty fasting. So I think dirty fasting is like when you're sort of like doing intermittent fasting, but you have like coffee with cream or some kind of like something like, you know, obviously a bang or something like that while you're fasting. So I guess if you're looking at it that way, yeah, I'm not about the no calories at all or no soda or no coffee or whatever during a fast, because I didn't, like I said, I didn't fast for health reasons. I was fasting just because I didn't feel like eating. And I was trying to like extend my fasting window so that I could maybe increase autophagy. And so like I drink my bang in the morning and my sodium because that helps stave off hunger for an hour or two. And it's really honestly scheduled because like I get up in the morning, I get my kids up. In fact, I should be doing that now. But I get my kids up, get them going on their day. They have to do all of their stuff. They're like, you know, they have to eat and brush their teeth and make their beds and do their chores and all of that. And then we come in here, I do school. We do school for about 2.5 hours till about 12:30, 1 o'clock. And then we do lunch. And when we do lunch is generally when I have time to make my first meal. I'm trying really hard to change that because I'm really trying to push out of intermittent fasting at this point to see if that benefits me in any way, because I really just don't have any reason to do it now at this point, because you know I'm a science experiment. I'm trying all kinds of new things. Did the whole reverse diet for you guys, and now I'm up to a pretty reasonable amount of calories, and now I'm trying pushing my window out. So we'll see if it works. If I get fat, oh well, I'm sure I'll gain 100 pounds in like a week, right? No, I don't do that. Oh gosh, that makes me laugh. Okay. Oh, I didn't see. Fat Taquito is here. Go check out her channel. Jelly is awesome. We've lost the same amount of weight, doing almost exactly the same thing. She did Dr. Westman's page 4, like Melanie from Princess Ninja and Keto is doing, and I basically did the same thing only with tracking macros. So like we're very similar in how we lost our weight, and Jelly's just fun to watch. By the way, Jelly, I love your hair. I don't know. I know you weren't super happy with the color, but I think it's adorable. I think it's super cute. Mary Brandt says, hi from Namibia in Africa. Welcome. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. That is so cool. All right. Hi, Pearl. Good to see you here. Let's see. There's Sharon Merrill from just down the street. We still got to meet, girl. Eventually, after COVID, we're going to meet, right? We're going to meet. All right. Mary T says, that's how I've done keto for 3 years. Listen to the gurus, apply what they say to my body, and make my own decision what works for me. Exactly. Which is why I want people to be careful what they're teaching people, because I had this girl like literally legit come on my channel and blame me for keto not working for her. She didn't speak English well, and so I was giving her the benefit of the doubt because it seemed like she was maybe Indian, I'm not sure. And it's hard to tell based on people's names, and she didn't speak English super well, but she literally came on yelling at me, basically saying, I think, and I do mean I think, that she's tired, that she can't walk, that she can't exercise, that she doesn't care anymore and all of this. And she went off metformin, but she doesn't know why. And then she's just going to go back on it. And I'm thinking, you went off metformin without your doctor telling you to? And you went back on it without him telling you to? Or her telling you to? Okay. And she's blaming me. And and then she of course went into the whole thing about how she hates Americans and they're monetizing and always asking for money, because I had mentioned the Built Bar contest at the beginning of my video, which, hello, I'm giving away something to you guys. If I win the contest, the thing that I give to you guys will be bigger. I'm just saying. It's a contest for you too. Anyway, she was very insulting of Americans, which is whatever. It's fine. I know a lot of people don't understand Americans. I don't understand Americans most of the time, and I am anything but material world around here. If you know, I have 9 kids. People don't have 9 kids if they're material eccentric. They have 9 kids because they love people. And because they just love having people around, you know? That's why we had so many kids. It wasn't an accident. But anyway, I came back on and I said, Kate, your problem with keto is that you're not doing it the way I taught to do it. You didn't take sodium. I'm telling you right now that you didn't take sodium, and that's your problem. You're not sick. You're not dying. You just need salt. So then she came back and insulted me some more, and then anyway, it went downhill from there. I don't know if she was really a troll, but you know, she's blaming me because I taught her to do it wrong, right? That I taught her keto and it made her sick. This is the problem we have. Like, even if that's kind of true, because if she missed, if I didn't in the video that she watched, the one video or whatever that she watched of mine, and she's just watching what I eat and not realizing that I'm taking sodium. She's not watching my other videos where I'm teaching how to do keto properly. If she got sick, I guess it is kind of my fault because I didn't teach her properly. We have to be super careful as influencers. If we're doing something, people are going to do it. So like when it comes to the Built bars, guys, check your blood sugars. If you're diabetic, I wouldn't do a Built bar because they have maltodextrin. Even if it is digestive resistant maltodextrin, it can still raise your blood glucose, you know, like, and it has sugar in the coating. So it's not a clean keto bar, but frick, it tastes so freaking good. And it's a candy, and I can eat one a day and feel like I'm getting candy, and it's only 130 calories. So if you're going by calories, it's freaking awesome. If you're going by keto, not so much. So, you know, I mean, like, people have given me a little bit of a hard time about that too, but I have never been a keto purist around here. You know, you must be new here if you think I'm a purist. I'm not. I've always eaten bars like from the beginning of time. Different ones, not these ones, but every bar that exists practically I've tried. So I love bars because I spend half my life at the dance studio sitting in a car. Or before that, talking to friends at the dance studio. I was always at the dance studio. I need travel food, right? Okay, so anyway, let's not go off on that because that's crazy. We're already at 1.5. So Pearl is now on a plant-based diet. Great. That's awesome. Like, whatever works for you. Whatever makes you feel happy, helps your body feel healthy. As long as you're making sure you get enough protein so you don't lose your lean mass and lose your muscles, that's awesome. I have nothing against people that do whatever they want to do. I don't feel like diet is a one size fits all. I feel like something might work for you. Because like, if you look at Lynn Venture, I don't know if you guys saw that I shared her fun little video where her husband records all of her weights and she doesn't know how much she weighs. Oh my gosh, I am just in love with that. I think that is a brilliant, brilliant thing to do. She weighs herself every day and he compiles it for us, but she doesn't see it. Oh my gosh. But she's doing Optavia, which is the MLM version of Medifast. I totally am against MLMs, and Medifast is not my ideal way to lose weight, but it's totally working for her. And I tried coaching her with keto and it didn't work out. So if it works for her, it's great, right? Like, but that just because it works for her doesn't mean it's going to work for everyone. And just because keto worked for me doesn't mean it's right for everyone. You know, do what you, and you can do keto plant-based too, but it is hard. It's harder to get your protein level at a reasonable thing, so. Aisha Elwood, any supplement suggestions to keto newbies? I have lots of videos on it, but no, I don't do supplements except for a multivitamin. Sodium, that's the number one. Lots. 5,000 milligram minimum sodium a day. I wish I was kidding. That's 12 and a half grams of pink salt if you're eating just plain salt. Go watch the electrolytes video. And that's it. If you want to do other stuff, that's up to you, but that's the only ones that I advocate or personally do. I don't really do a lot of supplements. It's not necessary, especially if you're keeping your protein high, getting what you need. You don't need to. Keto Diamond. Michelle said I needed to come watch today's live, so here I am. Hi, Tony. I was talking about you and your awesome way where you handle going off plan, how you just say, make your next meal keto. I'm like, be like Joni. She's awesome. She's also very successful because she does that. Right? You've lost a crap ton of weight. Yeah. So I'm glad to see you here. Okay. So yeah, everybody go see Keto Diamond. I'm calling everybody out now. Everybody go to Life Adventures in Keto, Keto Diamond, Princess Ninja in Keto, Fat 2 Keto, Wendy Barron Keto Mama. Who else has been here? I talked about. There's so many good channels out there, you guys, who are talking about their lives. But I'm not mentioning the certain channels that aren't talking about things that should be talked about. Okay. Bye, Lisa. Wendy says, maybe one day I will hit 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, everybody go over to Mama Does Keto and give her a subscribe so that she can hit 1,000. She needs to get monetized. That girl has more kids than me, if you can believe it. Just 12. Get over there and freaking subscribe. Wendy Barron, Barron, Mama Does Keto. All right. There you go, hun. Hope that helps. Yeah. Sorry, just making sure I don't miss anything super important before I go. You guys will talk a lot. Oh my heck. Diane Keating. Oh, and yeah, now we have a visitor now. I cut his hair though, guys. Look at that. Well, I didn't do it. It's terrible right now because he just woke up. Whoa, that's bad, man. Like, let's do something about that. He no longer has super long curly hair. I miss it. But you don't miss it, do you? You do miss it? You don't miss it. Yeah, it was in your eyes a lot, huh? Yeah, okay, go play. Go play to girls. All right. He's been sleeping in my room a lot. He's going to be 5 on Saturday, guys. He's a big boy and he's not ready. Huh? You're not ready to be a big boy, are you? Oh, I love it. He's so cute. He's just so cute. He's curled up like a little baby on Dave's side of the bed. All right. Okay. Natalie says, I couldn't imagine having that many kids. You are a saint. I wouldn't say a saint. I'm extremely sassy. I'm very strong, though. There is that. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry the audio was bad, guys. You just never know. Yes, Michelle, I'm always willing to do an interview. And if you want to teach me how to do that, I want to do an interview with Lynn Venture. We've been wanting to do something like that too. And I don't know how to set that up where like we can both be seen. So message me. Let's work on that. Okay. Wendy Barron says she did the carbohydrate addicts diet too. I think we did it at the same time, Wendy. I think it was our thing that we were talking to each other about back then. I could have sworn. It was like something we all were doing in playgroup or something. Am I wrong? I think I'm right, though. Sharon Merrill, she says, I'm a nurse who works 12-hour nights, having a hard time losing weight. Any strategies for me? Oh, well, treat the night just like the day. Make sure you track everything. Get your macros in check. Make sure you got a calorie deficit. Try not to snack too much or divide your snacks up and make sure you track them all out. Pre-track. Get your protein first. Focus on lean proteins. Yeah. Like if you're going to snack on Greek yogurt or chicken. Don't snack on, or 0% fat Greek yogurt. Don't snack on pork rinds or cheese wisps or nuts. Because, those are highly calorically dense foods. I hope that helps. Okay. Oh my gosh, I apparently am not going to make it to the end of this chat today. I don't think. I feel like I'm still so far behind. Because Carly's mama says an hour to binge on carbs, that's like telling a heroin addict they can indulge unlimited for an hour. Overdose much? Right? Obviously, I didn't lose that much weight. Right, okay. Jelly says, I wish I could eat a bar a day, but they add so much water weight on me. They did to me at the beginning too, remember? But then it stopped. I just kept eating them. My body took a chill pill. I want to eat it, so I don't care about the water weight. I don't know. That's the thing. Like maybe I don't care enough. I don't know. But yeah. At goal, I eat a, Mary T says, at goal, I eat a keto dessert, cheesecake, or etc. Lately, I've been lazy, so I'm not making dessert and suddenly losing weight again. What a problem to have. I have to eat dessert to maintain. Yeah, I tried that too, and it did not work for me. I was eating like a keto cake a day. The problem is I couldn't eat just one keto cake at that point. I was eating like a keto cake plus a whole can of sugar-free whipped cream and all this other stuff, and like putting extra cream in my Crio Brew in the morning, and like I just was going way too high in calories. And now I think I probably could do it better now. I really feel like it's mindset, but I'm super happy eating the carbs. It makes it lots easier to keep my calories in check because carbs only have 4 calories per gram. So I can fit more of them than I can fats. So it's actually been nice. Okay. Aisha says, I'm so blessed to hear this today. I was literally trying to mentally prepare for alternate day fasting. I love carbs, but they do not serve me well and indulge way too much. I'll stick to OMAD. Oh, girl. I'm so glad I said that then, because like I just feel like it's a slippery slope, dangerous road. I mean, even OMAD is hard for me because I can't get enough protein in one meal. I really prefer intermittent fasting with 2 meals because I can split my protein in half and it really feels like a nice big meal. But whatever works, like I said, whatever works is what you should do. Whatever is not going to perpetuate your eating disorder. I cannot believe there are still like 96 people here. You guys are awesome. She says she's scared of potatoes. I was too. Go back and watch the very first video of where I ate the first potato. I actually filmed me eating that potato, and I cannot even tell you how bad I was shaking, and like my stomach was in knots all day thinking about having to eat it, and I felt like I was punishing myself to have to eat it because I had these coaches that were telling me to do it, and I was like really afraid to do it, and then I ate it, and it was just like, okay, it was fine, and it was not a big deal. And they were like, see, I told you. They've all done keto to lose their weight too and have been maintaining, these guys that have taught me to do this. So just so you know, I didn't pull this out of the air. This is something that someone actually says. So, okay. Yeah, and you know what? I used to be a potatoes person too, Diamond. I mean, Joni, sorry, but I really don't do fries because of the oil. I might try some at some point, but yeah, exactly. If you know something's going to trigger you, I wouldn't do it right away, especially if you know you've tried it and it triggers a binge. Anything that triggers a binge, don't do, even if that's fasting. For me, I ate the potato and I moved on. It did not trigger anything. It still hasn't yet. And I've been doing it for like 7 weeks now, eating carbs every day. And my carbs, I keep pushing up higher and it hasn't done anything. It's so crazy. Debbie Gilliam, do you intermittent fast on maintenance? I'm trying to stop. It's really hard habit to stop. Currently, I am working on that. So I am trying to eat my first meal by 10:30, which used to be like I was sometimes eating at 1 or 2 or 3 p.m. my first meal. So it's really a hard mindset shift, but I am trying to force myself to eat a smaller meal at 10:30, then another one 3 hours later, then another one 3 hours later, and then dinner. So that's where I'm at right now. I really ideally would like to have 5 small meals spread out from like 8 a.m. all the way to 9 p.m. Like I would really like to do that to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. Now that my calories are up higher, I could really grow my muscles now because I'm getting to a point where I'm almost to a surplus, I think. I'm getting closer. Once I have a surplus of calories, I can use those surplus to really grow my muscles, and stimulating muscle protein synthesis by eating 30 grams of protein 3 hours apart is an ideal way to do that. So that's the next thing I am pushing toward in maintenance. But right now, I'd say I started with intermittent fasting because it was what was comfortable, and then I am moving on from that, like trying to change things. So you don't have to do like I said, you do whatever works, right? Do whatever works. All right. Okay. I'm scared of cheese. It's my nemesis before keto, right? Cheese is dangerous. If you notice that since I added carbs in, I have dramatically decreased my cheese level. There's a reason for that. Cheese is very high in calories and it is very high in fats. And if you add carbs back in, guess what, guys? You can't have them both. You can't have both. You have to decrease your fats in order to raise your carbs. So I've decreased my cheese intake in order to keep my whipped cream. Priorities. Yeah. But I have to say, whipped cream used to be my nemesis too. I used to not be able to eat 24 grams of it like I've been doing every day for 7 weeks. or more than 7 weeks, right? I've been eating whipped cream like since I started the maintenance thing, I think, almost. Yeah. All right. This person says I sound crazy. Yeah, a little bit. But at least I'm willing to say what I think. Loose skin is better than thick, heavy fat. Yep, yes it is. That is for sure. She thought I said weight allergy. Oh yeah, I definitely have a weight allergy too. Not just a wheat allergy. I love it. Yeah, and Jelly's loose skin looks way better than me. She's not younger than me. Not by much. She looks like she is, but good job, Jelly. She says collagen helped her, I think. I didn't take as much collagen, though I eat a crap ton of sugar-free Jell-O, so I don't know. Carb Control says, great advice. Fasting is unsustainable. Our body needs nutrients for daily mental and physical functioning. Yes, it does. Thank you. Kushwa Vijay says, hi, I'm Indian. Hello, my daughter is also Indian. We adopted her from Calcutta, well, Cuttack, which is north of Kolkata. Calcutta. I don't know which one it is right now. Maybe it's both. But she lived or was born in Odisha, which at the time was Orissa. And anyway, she's the one who's getting married this summer. We were just looking at choli dresses last night. She's not engaged yet, just so you know, but like they plan. They're planners. Sorry, I didn't see your comment. I hope you're still here. Sorry, I usually have people that chop the bad comments. Yeah, but nobody's here that usually does that, so I just ignore. Okay. Bible Man says, oh, since you lost 200 pounds, you know everything about keto, huh? Yeah, actually I do. Pretty much everything. Oh, I love watching you guys laugh at the pee thing. Oh, you guys are awesome. So many Indians today. Welcome to India. Hey, Mila Can Do It is here. Mwah. Guys, go subscribe to Mila Can Do It. Mila. Why do you not have more subscribers, girl? You are so good, interesting to watch. I love you. And like literally last night, I was watching her video and crying my eyes out, her last vlog. And just, I told Dave, I'm like, if there's anybody in this planet that I could meet, it would be Mila. And I would give her a big, huge freaking hug right now. If you're still here, I love you. Yeah, people are crazy. Oh my gosh, right? Okay. Yeah, I thought the pee thing was going to be a drinking pee thing. And then when she said to rub it all over your body, I just about died laughing so much. She says that most like urine, not face creams or whatever have urea in it. And I'm like, well, maybe they do, but I still ain't rubbing pee on myself. Nope. Not happening. Hey, Linda Hardman. Good to see you. Kristen Johns, welcome. Oh, good. I'm so glad you guys are subscribing to each other. I love helping the keto community connect with each other. Hey, and speaking of which, Janet Greta is here. You guys, check her channel out too. JANETGRETA. Yes, she has an awesome channel too. And she needs more subscribers. Okay. Yeah, flab to fab, don't do that. Sorry, I'm just going to tell you, it's useless. She says she's currently water fasting 9 days now. I'm doing it to get a head start on ketosis. Why? Please don't do that. It's a waste of time. You do not need to do that. There's no such thing as a head start on ketosis. Dude, just eat keto food and you'll be in ketosis. Less than 20 carbs. Just do it. Eat food, please. Oh my gosh. I love you guys, but no. Texas native says, autophagy can't fix as much loose skin as I have. I've done fasting keto for 2 years, lost 46 pounds, weigh 144, and just don't see a difference. Yep. She's not going to do surgery. I hear ya. I am worried about that too. Like, I'm kind of scared of it, but I have a lot, so I don't know. It does interfere with my exercise and dance. And it interferes with me feeling like an active person. In fact, I wore a squeezer to dance last night, guys. This is the difference. I wore a squeezer pair of pants to dance last night in a tight shirt. And someone said, oh my gosh, that outfit really shows how skinny you are. And I was like, yeah, because look. And then I just literally pulled down my pants so that the loose skin could flop over the top. And she goes, and I'm like, yeah, that's skin. That would be the reason I still look fat when I'm not. I hate it. Sigh. But you know what? Rather have that. Dr. Jeanette Kilbasi says, hi, I'm from Australia. How can I stop eating in the night? Extend your window lower. So eat later in the day. So like if you're trying to do intermittent fasting, extend your window out by eating like at 2 p.m. Like it's easier to push off food in the morning than it is at night. And then eat a very high protein, low carb the meal right before bed. So like my protein yogurt or something like that, or have your dinner late at night. That's how I fixed my late night eating problem. And then if I really get antsy, because I stay up till midnight, 1 a.m. editing videos. If I start to get antsy, I have a whole fridge full of sugar-free Jell-O. And that is always my go-to if my stomach is bugging me and it's going, you need to eat, you're hungry, and it's a time I don't want to eat. Then I just go down and grab 3 of those, come up and eat them, and it usually puts a kibosh on that. So that's my suggestion. Okay. Diamond says, you got to eat fats, though. You need vitamins and minerals. You can't recycle those things through body fat. Yes and no. The body truly only needs, I don't know the actual ratio, but like for my height, I only need 35 grams a day for functions that fat is needed for. Dietary fat. So it's very low. It is very low. I say 50 just because if I go below 50, I turn into a really mean person. And really, I'm super happy on 70. 70 is my happy place. Okay. Hello, Shalini, Shalu. So many people from India today. I love it. How come so many people from India? I love this. Okay. I love chicken, but any of those fasts make me binge. Because you miss everything. Yep, that's why I say not to do it. Exactly. Oh gosh. Joetta Phillips says, I found fasting amazing at first. I got addicted to it. The fact that you say addicted makes me concerned. I felt amazing and almost powerful being able to not eat. Yep, it's a control thing and it's another mental addiction type thing. But she says her fasts got longer and longer until she ended up in the hospital because her blood was acidic. Oh my gosh, that's so scary. Hey, Kiss Keto by Keto Calf. I know it went long enough for you to join us. Welcome. Oh my gosh, I love it. Kiss means keep it simple, stupid, guys. And that is how I believe with keto too. Don't make recipes, just eat chicken. Oh, sorry. Joni's like, I need chicken with hot sauce. Yes, me too, girl. Chicken wings. Chicken wings. Okay. You've done a chicken wing fast. Chicken wing fast won't do as good of a job as chicken breast fast when it comes to losing weight, but it still will taste better. Right? Chicken. All right, you guys, I love you, but I've got to go. I'm really looking to see if there, I'm like, now I'm really going to start scanning. I love that you guys are doing chicken wing fast. I love that you love Jelly's hair. Does anyone know where I can find page 4 without having to sign up for something? That is a good question. I am not sure on that. Elizabeth, message me later and we'll see if we can figure that out. Jelly might know. Okay, she probably already says. Oh, Pinterest. See, she already answered. Pinterest. Everything's on Pinterest. I love it. Sorry, you guys are so funny. Okay. Kristen John says Built Bar kicked me. Yeah, so like I said, ketosis doesn't matter, but if it does to you, Built Bar might kick you out of ketosis. I don't know. I have no idea because I never check my ketones. I don't care. And of course, I'm eating carbs now, but I wasn't when I started the Built Bars. Still lost weight. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. How many teaspoons of salt a day? That you've made me do math. I think it's a little over a tablespoon, so 3 or 4 teaspoons. I could be wrong on that, of pink salt a day if you're not going to make Solé water. Okay. Sorry. Loretta, did I miss your question? She said, help, please. And I'm like, oh, why have I gained weight? Because you ate too many calories? Hope that helps. That's why anyone gains weight. Now, if you're talking about water weight gain on keto, that's because your electrolytes aren't balanced well. Could be a million things. I have like a million videos on how to do it. But yeah, if you're gaining body fat, you're eating too many calories, cut back on the fats. Everybody like the video? Thank you. Oh my gosh. You guys, I can't believe there's still so many of you here. This is the longest live chat. I don't think it's the longest. I think I've actually gone to 2 hours before. All right. Sorry, you guys are just saying what I already said. So I'm just making sure there's nothing that anybody that's really important that really wants me to do it. Talk about it. Oh my gosh, I cannot even get to the bottom of this chat, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think we got there. Debbie Lyman says she'll be in Salt Lake in January. Okay, message me. We got to try it. At least maybe we can go get some chicken wings. We can talk to each other outside from our car windows while we eat chicken wings in the parking lot. Hey, I wish I was kidding, but I'm totally not. With COVID, it's scary right now in Utah. It's really bad. It's really bad. We're talking like 3,000 to 5,000 cases a day, people dying right and left. It's scary. I can't even believe that I haven't gotten it. So yeah, Debbie, message me. Let's do it. I'll let me know in advance so I can plan it into my macros. All right. Okay, I really got to go, you guys. I love you. Jasper's sitting here patiently wanting me to be his mom. He's like, just let me say goodbye, Mom. Do you love my keto people? You love my subscribers?
You said Loretta.
Oh, there is a Loretta on here, and he thinks it's my daughter-in-law, Loretta, my son Sullivan's wife. No, it's a different Loretta. She was asking for help. If you don't follow me over on my family channel, Hide and Seek, HYDE, you should totally go subscribe. Little plug. And if you buy some Built Bars, if you haven't bought any already, that would help me possibly win $1,000, which would be awesome. But also, anyone who buys Built Bars between December 1st and December 21st will be entered into a drawing, which is hopefully also going to be my 20,000 subscribers celebration. Okay, I'm being a little bit hopeful, a little bit. You never know. I'm getting so close. So anyway, go do that right now. Link back down there and all that. I love you guys so much. We'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.
Bye.